Welcome back. Now, unless you've been living in a cave for the last few weeks, you won't have failed to notice the Hunky Dories campaign, which has literally caused the most extraordinary level of controversy and outrage by people who say, well, they're totally sexist and they're totally inappropriate. Anyway, I don't know. Are they? Does anyone really care? Anyway, Alex Gibson is here from DIT. We're going to talk about that, amongst other things. I mean, what do you think about that?
Well, I've never seen a campaign that's generated as much publicity, and I guess that was part of the intent from the people behind it, Largo Foods. I think it's extraordinary the amount of criticism that the campaign's come in for. I mean, I would have my own issues from somebody who studies how advertising works, but that's a secondary issue. I think we've been much too sensitive about this, or certainly in some quarters. There are ads that have been every bit as provocative, shall we say.
But who got wound up about it? I mean, most ordinary people couldn't care less one way or the other. Who winds this sort of complaint up? Is it women's groups or?
Well, there's a whole range of different interest groups out there, I guess, who have agendas that they're trying to put forward. I think they've made a big mistake in a sense, because I think they've set back their own cause in the sense of the extent to which they've exaggerated the impact of this type of campaign.
But it does show, doesn't it? It does. By the way, I think they're great, and more of them, yippee. It does show the power of outdoor.
Absolutely. I mean, this campaign, if it had been in most other media, just wouldn't have taken off the way that it does. And the people behind it, Chemistry, the advertising agency, I think it was very clever that they thought outdoor would work. And outdoor itself is a medium that, like all the media, has been challenged, but probably a little bit less so than some of the other media in the current downturn. And recently, the Outdoor Media Awards were on in Dublin. It was a great opportunity to showcase just how well that medium works in getting messages across.
Yeah, it's interesting because you breed then a whole industry around. Like, there are alternative Hunky Dories posters.
There's some hilarious ones. I don't know if we'll be able to see them, but there are some hilarious ones of a ladies' rugby team, I think it is. Absolutely brilliant. And in a sense, that's something that happens now. It's a testimony to the power of your campaign if people do a parody, to be quite honest with you. I think if there's a parody out there, you're onto something good.
You were booked to come and talk about outdoor advertising and the awards some time ago, so this is just really apposite.
But it does bear out just the impact of outdoor. I mean, one of the campaigns that won an award for the Best Newcomer Award at the Outdoor Media Awards ceremony there recently in the Shelbourne was a campaign on billboards for Tommy and Hector and the radio campaign that they run at iRadio.
Which is far more salacious.
Absolutely. I mean, if people had a look at this, I was with an American friend driving along a road in Meath at one stage, and he nearly crashed the car just at the impact of that. And in the US, this type of advertisement would never be seen. Yes. So, yeah, very, very impactful. That was one campaign that certainly impressed the judges. Outdoor is very, very good medium because it's not just two-dimensional. I think people have traditionally thought it's just a still image, but one of the best campaigns that actually won an award for most innovative campaign was for the Honda Civic Type Y model, rather. Right. Which was basically an outdoor poster that was interactive. If you had a mobile phone with you, you texted in a number and you could turn on the lights on the car, which was effectively the rear of a car was embedded in a poster. Right. You could make the exhaust go. And, of course, the people behind the campaign, they were able to get lots and lots of data from people who were texting in their numbers. So outdoor is much more than just two-dimensional these days. Another campaign that was a runner-up was for Lynx. Great ads, as you probably know on TV. Good. Super ads. They came up with an idea of promoting a beach party, Brazilian beach party. What did they do? They created these little cabanas at the Lewis stops, for example, as a way of inviting people and getting notice out there.
Just the advertising industry itself, it's still pretty much in turmoil, isn't it? I mean,
it's very tough. I mean, most of the ad people that I'm talking to are saying, 2011 at best, and we've seen, the recent demise of McConnell's, who are the biggest agency in the market. So if the big players are suffering like that, you can be absolutely sure that the smaller people who feed into those, they're also suffering. So very tough times. Just wanted to mention one of the outdoor ad campaigns that...
Yes, the overall winner.
The overall winner. Now, viewers in Cork will probably have seen this everywhere, but people who are watching this programme not living in Cork might not have seen it, and I think maybe that was one of the reasons why it was a little bit of a surprise, that one, which was for Murphy Stout. The Official Pint of Us was the name of this campaign, and it was basically a campaign that ran all around Cork, but which was rooted in the locations that the posters appeared in. So there were posters outside rugby grounds, outside the GA grounds, outside well-known parks, outside well-known locations. And
So linking the posters to the location was it?
yeah, and even the language, for example. I don't know if you know, David, what doing Panna is, for example.
No, is it?
Well, apparently in Cork it means shopping in Patrick Street, and that was featured in one of the posters. So it had that real quirkiness, speaking the language of the local market, and that impressed the judges enormously. And a great example how outdoor can connect with a very local geographic audience.
Okay, well, Alex, it's nice to see you, and thank you for talking about all that stuff. It was actually very interesting to be able to bring up Hunky Dories at the time, and nice to see you, and thanks for coming in. Alex Gibson there from DIT, joining us to talk about outdoor advertising, and I suppose the advertising industry in general, which is going through, as he said, a difficult time. Stay with us. We're going to take a short break. More to come on The Evening Show.